So, have you ever grabbed a bag of Dorito chips and said you're only going to eat a couple, but then the next minute you notice you finished the bag? Or did you ever go to Starbucks and say, this is the last day I'm going to buy that Frappuccino, but the next day you're right back in it? Now you're convinced you have absolutely no willpower at all. But the fact is, it has nothing to do with willpower. It has to do with chemicals being placed in your foods to make you want to have more. In the food industry, this is called the bliss point, B-L-I-S-S. Sorry, one more. I should have. Bliss point. So what? The bliss point, one, what is the bliss point? Two, does it affect your health? And three, how do you avoid it? So the bliss point is a mixture of chemicals, like I said, to put in your food, like fast foods, refined foods, junk foods. It's a formula of fats, sugars, and salts to give you the maximum pleasure in taste and texture. The formulation also puts a jolt of endorphins in your brain. Some say the food is like more of an illusion, but some people who are on junk food actually have a hard time stopping. It could be like stopping an addiction of alcohol or nicotine. This is what Dr. Kessler has to say. In the book, The End of Overeating by David Kessler, says, it is a serious scientific look at the way in which food is manufactured and marketed. Kessler says, it all comes down to the bliss point. The right combination of taste, triggering the great number of neurons, getting them to fire more. He explained, the message to eat becomes stronger, motivating the eater to look for even more food. Pretty fascinating. Hey, I got some more food, I need it. So obviously, this has to affect your health in some ways. A 2012 study published in the National Toxicology Program suggests chemical exposure may increase the risk of obesity by altering fat cells and the neural circuits that regulate feeding behaviors. So your fat is actually changing, and they're becoming monsters. The food is adding all these toxins into those, and the way your body handles it is by making fat. CBS News researchers have found that a Belgian body in the 40s raises the risk of dementia later in life, also Alzheimer's. The toxins in your belly are so great, it gets in your bloodstream and it affects your brain. And the risks don't stop there. I mean, it could be as simple as a foggy head, dark circles underneath the eyes, rashes, anxiety, can't sleep. But the biggest one is diabetes. You don't want to attract diabetes. So what's in your food? It's hard to see, but sodium benzoate, sodium sulfate dioxide. This is in your junk food and your chips. You gotta think twice, don't you? Well, number 3 is how to avoid it. It's simple. Number 3, to avoid it, you can get this from the back of the box. Or if you go to a fast food restaurant, you can ask for the nutritional fact guide and ingredients. But things like hydrogenated palm oil and coconut seed oil, they're all rancid oils. Your body can't receive, doesn't know what to do with that, so it just deposits in fat. And then you got your, what's the ammonia sulfate doing in there? It's a preservative, but what does the preservative side do? So, if you can't pronounce it, you can't read it, you can't spell it, you shouldn't be eating it. It's a non-nutrient. And the worst sweetener in the world you can have is your high fructose corn syrup. That is such a bad sugar for your pancreas. Well, what I would like to do, seriously, leave with you, when you leave tonight, this is what I want you to think about. You got empowered here. You got information to use, and I want to inform you because You can make better decisions now on your eating habits. Just read the labels. You know how to take care of your body, and your body will take care of you. So go on tonight and go and discover your eating habits. Thank you.